Here we are on a Friday afternoon, and one of the great things about being a musician, and if you don't know what the payoff is to be a musician, it's sometimes Friday afternoon. So I just drove back from Toronto. It's like a 2-hour drive. On the way, we stopped at a winery called Megalomaniac. Every time we've gone there, it's been an amazing experience. I actually picked up some wine while I was there because it's always good. There's music playing in the speakers and this song comes on. It's actually a jazz piano trio. What luck do I have to end up at a winery on a Friday afternoon and there's like jazz on the thing. I mean, the only thing better could have been live music, but there's not a lot of that around here. And on comes this tune that for the life of me, I can't pick out. I mean, have you ever been at a restaurant, you hear a tune, you go, I know the name of that tune. What's the name of that tune? I could hum it for you, I could sing it, and it didn't hit me, the name of it, until I actually got home. Because it bugged me the whole way home. And I'm just going through it. And I'm like, 5 minutes from home, I turned to my wife in the car and I said, it's Here's That Rainy Day. And the reason why I couldn't remember it is because I haven't played it for such a long time. Oh my God, it must be 30 years I haven't played this tune. I don't know why. It's just one of those tunes that you just don't play. I don't know. Well, of course, I haven't really. I've been doing other things for 20 years, but I'm back. And I heard this tune and I came home and I just had to learn it. So you and I are going to learn it together. So the first thing I'll do is just play a couple of the chord symbols and the melody. Well, actually, I can see that the next chord is going to be B flat minor 7. I did the C minor 7 F7 chord to a tritone substitution of F7, but I didn't know I was going to minor. So I might change that up for something like this. Get into the minor a little bit quicker, because if you leave it to the last moment, it kind of works, but it just maybe comes out too quickly. So always try in my left hand to make lines as well as the right hand, because the right hand's covering the melody, but it's the inner voices that can really make a melody stand out. All right, let's go back to the beginning and see where we're at. Oh, the other thing I noticed is that as I'm playing it, I'm looking at the bass notes as well. And you can see that there's a descending line cliche here from the F minor to E flat to D7. So these are the notes in the bass, and it's suggesting that. To me, that means an F minor line cliche like this. And I should take my ring off because it bangs against the notes, the things that I don't think about when I'm doing things in a hurry. You hear that? So make a bigger deal out of that line cliche. And the other thing here is you've got that A flat in the melody. So if you see a D in the bass, that's a sharp 11. So that can be voiced really nicely. Just put like a E, F sharp, and G sharp over D7, like that. So as I'm playing it, I'm learning that I don't like certain progressions. So the original was, and it goes to C minor. It just doesn't sound right. Try to remember that the real book is somebody's interpretation of what they heard. To me, that's a D flat major 7. And think of end of phrases like chord tones. So this is the chord tone. There's nothing stronger than a tenth over, so it's like the third of the chord. And just search for a chord in there. So G flat something. So that's a little more dissonant. So let's try that again. I see chord tones like that on the C7 flat 9 chord. As soon as I see that, I want to make, and it's the same chord throughout the bar, rather than trying to find a whole bunch of different chords, just play inversions of diminished chords. So the C7 flat 9. And then we've got our 2/5 of B flat minor. Right, so B flat minor 7th. You have to think about the melody in terms of the E flat 7. Yeah, that's not strong enough to me. Let's play it to that point. I prefer it as dominant 7th on the D flat there. Right, so that note before the F major 7th chord, it's the third of the C7 chord, which makes it a chord tone. But there always has to be some kind of dissonance before the final chord of the phrase as well. So E natural is our note. Take the tritone substitution of C7, start throwing down the entire chord, but find other notes. So it's like the 6th of the chord. All right, let's play it to that point. I said dominant, right? just find a nice turnaround. Now let's keep going. Second time ending. Why is it going major? I missed that. This time major. Still using tritone substitutions on that last chord before B flat. Yeah, the chords are going to need work there. Yeah, it might work. A flat diminished. It's an A flat 7 chord. From the B flat major 7. I would have probably done it a bit faster than that, but of course you're listening, so I have to explain things. So now at this point, when I kind of have the chords under my fingers a little bit and I know where I'm headed, I can maybe start to swing it a little bit, try to find a feel in the tune, and then even start thinking about an intro. Back to minor. Try to remember it without going back. And then I just want to start trying to remember the melody and expand on it a little bit. being a musician at the end of the day is about being able to create music, like literally create it, not duplicate it, but create it on the spot. And that to me is what jazz is all about. And that's what drew me to jazz in the first place. So if that's what drew you to jazz, was the ability to create in the moment, please put that in the comments below.